YouTube, what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Justice coming at y'all with another YouTube read, another collective energy read. I hope this finds you guys at a clarifying time of your day. Remember to take what resonates and please leave the motherfucking rest behind. Let's go and get started. General message off the top. Whoever I'm tapping into, you're considered some type of anomaly amongst people. There's something specifically about people wanting to disprove you of certain things or disprove you of certain energies that you may embody, certain facts you may speak, certain things that you may speak that have come to pass. So something that you do or have done has come to pass in a certain way, which is why you're considered to be an anomaly in some way. So let's go and get started. Angels in the highest white light, please bestow upon me clear and concise channel messages for my collective news here today. Thank you and Ashe. So with the Seven of Cups, these could be ideas that you've shared with people. These could be things that you shared in terms of ambitions with people that people didn't see clearly or didn't want to see clearly at first. So there's something significant about that, which is usually the theme of every story. Something about the Ace of Pentacles, new opportunities, new transitions, or new breakthroughs in regards to maybe the perceptual psyches of the perceptual understandings of people around you or people in general, right? So the Ace of Pentacles in this context for me represents some type of new perspective, newfound lead, newfound breakthrough. And so this could represent a breakthrough of one of you guys. It could represent something that worked out for you, paved well for you, created an opportunity, or spreaded you across to a new opportunity, or spreaded a new opportunity, created a new opportunity. I said that. But really in the general theme I was getting was on a psychological breakthrough level in terms of new levels of understanding or newfound thought in some way, shape, or form. With the Eight of Pentacles, this represents some type of new thought, like ventures, what I'm getting. There's something about something that you're pursuing passionately. So maybe something that you do passionately. Eight of Pentacles, I want to confirm on that really quick. Seven of Pentacles, something that you've been sitting on for a while that maybe you've been considering to pursue in a passionate direction, or something that you're passionate about. This could be information, this could be context, this could be anything of that sort. But something that you're pursuing or were able to emanate or are able to emanate from. A lot of you guys, it's just simple energy that you're able to embody that people don't understand, that is creating something passionate in your life or creating something new in your life. With the Knight of Cups, this kind of confirms what I was saying. Like almost like riding, so it's riding what is that, a bunny? Bunnies represent some type of good luck and fortune, right? Bunnies represents prosperity or an abundance, a lot. You know what bunnies do a lot of, you know? That's a random one. But there's just something about surplus, abundance. So maybe you've created something from something that somebody doubted you to be able to. A lot of you guys could have a simple talent that people doubted you to have, or simple correspondence to, okay, let's say you have this feature and this feature, and maybe it wasn't known to be possible to have those things, both, right? That's just a general as perspective. General as comparison, analogy, so to speak. But a lot of whatever you're representing or whatever this energy holds, it considers you to be some type of anomaly. Anomaly is some type of rare, undisclosed or unboxed in identification that people can't really put in a certain box. A lot of you guys are, beyond understanding. And when I say beyond understanding, it's not something that you can kind of put, okay, this person's this, she's this, okay, she does this and she does that, okay, so what do I call that, right? It's usually no word for it. So with the Ten of Swords, maybe you've gone through something like truly traumatizing with the Ten of Swords, or something that ended something, or something that was supposed to traumatize or end you. Maybe a lot of you guys are alchemical, gurus. A lot of you guys know how to move energy around. A lot of you guys know how energy works, and that the simple connotation of something that maybe somebody else is scared of, maybe you show to be not so scared of. Maybe you understand something to a certain extent. A lot of you guys can move around energy. This is all energy generalizations because it's going to spread through so many different arrays of things. With the Knight of Swords, this represents, riding on, let's say looks like I don't even think that's a cat. I don't know what that creature is. It has a tail, but it's like a bird. It looks like a bird. I don't know what the hell that is. But you see somebody riding with a sword on it into battlefield. I think this represents alchemy. So something that you shifted from or transcended a situation. A lot of you guys have healed from something that you weren't supposed to heal from. A lot of you guys are healers. A lot of you guys are able to heal others, right? A lot of you guys may do practices such as this. There's the specific message for my healers in this one, right? With the star energy, something is putting you in the eyes of others as some type of anomaly. Is confirming what I'm saying. So with the Nine of Cups, something you're doing is also meant to bring self-sufficiency to you, or this energy that you're embodying. A lot of you guys are healing others. A lot of you guys are compensating for a lot of energy warfare that you've been through, that you've been able to make out of it. So this is something that you may have transcended into the Nine of Cups energy. It's a current energy at this time for whoever I'm tapping into. With the Lover's energy, this represents some type of unification or a union. Union can really signify, on a deeper level, I usually say it's usually a union with spirit. A lot of you guys, of course, are connected to spirit. We can include that message, but usually a union between two different principalities is kind of what I'm going for in this message on a general level. So maybe you can unify something that's not known to be unified. Maybe you can reconcile something, and so for lack of better words, fancy words for maybe you can bring two things together that are not known to co-assimilate themselves. That could be on a general level, that could be on a social level, a financial level, or you can take certain circumstances and still unify yourself through them. But on that principality level, I'm trying to find an example that makes sense. With the sun energy, there's something that you're bringing light to something. A lot of you guys are bringing light to possibilities within yourselves or within other people. With the Page of Swords energy, there's something that has people in their head a little restless. Page of Swords is restless energy. Sword energy is mental energy. So you could have people that are overthinking things about you. They could be trying to put these things about you, or not put these things about you, put things about you into perspective and something that's comprehensible to them. And something about you may not be so comprehensible. Like, let's use myself as an example. I'm on this platform doing something that's very odd, talking to a camera, to thousands of people that I have never met in my life, not in this one, right? And I'm supposed to be, and a lot of times I get a lot of confirmations that I'll be on point with them, right? And of course, remember what I say, if this is not for you, you'll know it's for you. You know it's not for you. Take what resonates as the test of intuitive discernment, right? A lot of you guys could be just tapped in for entertainment purposes or just wanting to see the message. That's a difference too, but discernment is key as well. But a lot of things you're either doing or pursuing is something that's out of the norm, so to speak, or considered to be out of the norm. But you're making believers into people, is what I'm getting. Ace of Cups energy, so you're making people believe that they can create something from themselves, or you have some type of emanations that they can heal from themselves. A lot of you guys can heal. A lot of you guys spread information. A lot of you guys spread wisdom. A lot of you guys are like those scapegoated kind of like energies that people come back to and realize, there's like that one meme, like that one song you skipped and came back to realize that song was fire, right? It's kind of that kind of theme in this message, right? It's something of that nature in regards to something that may have been overlooked, ostracized, or doubted even, in terms of people trying to find ways to put a needle in something that was not supposed to be kind of pinned down, so to speak, something that was supposed to be more free-flowing. And so something could be of that nature in regards to you could be feeling a little more free-flowing in something that you've been confirmed or gratified through. And a lot of you guys are stepping into something that you're more comfortable to emanate amidst strife, amidst ostracization, amidst, the eyes of many people. With the Queen of Swords energy, this came up in the last reading. There's something about people seeing this kind of or people having a guarded perspective towards you in the reverse, right? I could take it like that. But also, a lot of you guys could be in a certain place right now. You could be in a certain disposition to where you're not trying to fool with everybody. You're not trying to fool with certain things. You're using your discernment, right? With the Page of Cups energy, which is the right move to do in terms of you sitting with your own cup. As you can see in the picture, lady sitting with her own cup, right? You're sitting with what it is or you've found comfortability in what it is that could be considered not normal, could be considered different, could be considered like something that's rare. There's something about rarity. I'm channeling rarity. With the strength energy, there's something about people seeing a lot of strength in whatever this is that you embody. So when I get strength, a lot of validation or a lot of conviction or a lot of proof, evidence, so to speak, that something that you're doing is of whatever was trying to be ostracized away from. I'm trying to use a different example from healing, but I'm really just thinking about that Jesus story in terms of him healing certain people and the dumbfounded kind of like reactions to it. They didn't believe it before their eyes, even though he had healed, like, so for example, a blind man. They took it to the parents, the Pharisees and the leaders and the chief priests at the time. They took it to the parents of that man. And that man asked, and he told them to ask for himself. Ask them for himself, or ask him for themselves, because they wouldn't believe the words that came out of his mouth, and he got tired of it. And so it could be something of that nature in regards to an anomaly or an aspect of you that people try to deny time and time again that is not really working, or something that can't be really denied anymore, something of that nature. With the Chariot energy, this is something is moving you forward, or there's something about acceptance and moving forward in the jurisdiction of whatever this anomaly aspect of you is, this rarity aspect of you is, or whatever that depicts, away from this devil energy. The Chariot and the devil fell out right after. So the King of Pentacles also represents some sense of stability in whatever foundation or grounding of this element of yourself is, or a lot of you guys can be pursuing arts or talents or practices through these different parts about you, right? And there's something about King of Pentacles energy, there's something about in the physical embodiment. So in the physical realm, there's something that is very seen as secure or seen as founded or grounded in some type of security. Whether that's you being a healer, or that's you being psychologically gifted, whether that's you being a talented artist, whether that's you being a talented businessman, a talented moneymaker. A lot of you guys can just spread things into something else. A lot of you guys have different gifts that you can spread into an emanation of something else. A lot of you guys are multidimensional, multifaceted, and y'all know I love to use that word in ways that may be outside the norm or what is known to be true or valid or accurate or something that's possible to do. A lot of you guys can do all types of different things. With the Seven of Wands energy, there is something about this alchemy that this depicts. I brought this up before I came into this reading. There's something about alchemizing, and I'm getting the energy, the general theme of energy that many people have been trying to, a lot of you guys trying to deny your gift, to deny who it is that you're trying to emanate from. And when I say emanate from, that embodiment of self, right? The embodiment of self, whether that's something that's not accepted in your family, your household, something that's not accepted in your communities or not accepted in society on a normal basis, right? They could be something of that nature that you're putting in effort and you're putting in work in some way, shape, or form through strife, or you've put in work or you've overcome some type of strife or adversity in regards to these aspects of yourself, right? A lot of you guys, you know the theme of, being indoctrinated to act a little bit more normal, indoctrinated to be and proact in a way that is more suitable to the ears, eyes, and the presences of others. And so a lot of you guys are breaking out of that mold. A lot of you guys are considered to be some type of anomaly and some type of rare facet in regards to something that is supposed to be presented through you, something that's different, whether it's the words of you, whether that's the sound, whether that's the articulation, whether it's the ideas, or whether it's the healing, whether it's the groundedness, whether that's something that you can do in technique that's supposed to be offered and shared with the world through your emanation of what you come from, and that's above, right? So the Knight of Wands energies, that came back out in the first read. Knight of Wands. There's something about you guys, you see how in the picture, in the depiction, there's a woman riding this kind of like bear, right? It's a different card than what came up. That could actually mean, working through alchemy. This is really more of an alchemizing card, the Knight of Wands, moving through wands. Wands signify usually hardships, heaviness, or turbulence amidst your path. So there's something about you guys moving a little more assertively in those degrees and discretions, which could have a lot of people kind of opening their eyes to something about you. There's something notable about, a lot of you guys are coming to that realization, or people come to that realization from your emanation of realization of what it is that you're doing, right? And what I'm saying is that awareness from yourself, that groundedness within yourself, when you're activating from a certain aspect of yourself, it's going to reflect back to you in the perceptual consciousness of those around you. Whether it's denied at first, whether it's denied for a long time, whether it's ostracized, whether it's mocked, whether it's whatever, that emanation comes therein from your activation and confirmation of what it is that you can do. Basically, almost in other words, you can only do whatever it is you believe that you can do, right? You can only emanate from what you believe you can do. And so a lot of you guys are here to make people believers. A lot of you guys are here to make doubters into believers. A lot of you guys are here to make nothing into something. A lot of you guys are alchemists. A lot of you guys are geniuses. And a lot of you guys are repressed these parts of your identity until it's forced to be accepted. But that force to be accepted is from your therein point of acceptance within yourself, and a radical acceptance, a groundedness of acceptance. And it seems like that's what's happening in fruition for a lot of you guys. And it's not something like you get sponsored or you get, notarized as whatever that is. A lot of times you guys get outcasted. A lot of you guys get bullied for those things. A lot of you guys get mocked for those things. But those are the simple emanations of the beginning of the understanding or acceptance of another consciousness outside of yourself. And so it's just the beginning. With the Two of Cups energy, this represents options. A lot of you guys, you see there's two bunnies and two different cups. A lot of you guys have had choices on this path in regards to giving up. A lot of you guys have had choices in terms of giving in to a conformance of other people, and it could be as simple as people trying to regulate your identity, regulate who you are, regulate what you're saying, regulate what it is that you're going to speak, because maybe it is not in compliance to what they spoke over you. Maybe it's not in compliance with what they said about you. A lot of you guys could go through a lot of mishaps with people trying to create, lies and barricades, barriers in regards to your life and your mission through whatever that is that they seek and feel and perceive from your emanation. A lot of you guys break those cycles, and that's kind of what this read is validating. A lot of you guys break those molds. A lot of you guys break those perceptions because maybe you're not one of those things. Maybe you're not just one of those things. Maybe you're a collection. And maybe that's kind of those things that startle people. Maybe those things that trigger people, but it's a perceptual shift that is needed to be had, especially in this day and age. In regards to a general population of people, that we all can sometimes limit and co-assimilate ourselves to mediocre outcomes because that's what we feel is accepting of us, right? That's what we feel will accept us, right? A lot of you guys understand what I'm saying with that. A lot of you guys have shied away from yourself, shied away from what it is that you emanate, on a gifted level. A lot of you guys shy away from the very aspects of yourself that you're here to share openly with the world that could cause shifts, changes. A lot of you guys are creative idealists. A lot of you guys could be even political is what I'm hearing, like politics, A lot of you guys are looking to be entrepreneurs, businessmen. A lot of you guys are looking to be businessmen and women. A lot of you guys are looking to take over your own reins and lead something. And you may not understand what that emanation is from, but these anomaly kind of attributes, these types of attributes is what puts you in your own box. And when I say your own box, your own lane. It pushes you from that, kind of getting that envisioning of that picture of there's two different lanes and there's thousands of cars in this one lane and there's two in this other one, right? And so a lot of you guys could be taking that narrow path, and that's what the Bible depicts, the narrow path. And so that doesn't always look so pretty. It doesn't always look so cute. Sometimes it's really ostracizing. Sometimes it's really tough. But a lot of you guys can be getting to that point where you could be proving to be your fruits, or you could be proving your fruits to be emanating from within you, out of you. You're starting to see validation from those certain results or actions that you're taking out of faith and consideration of your multidimensional aspects of yourself. And right there, I think I'm going to end it off. But if you need a personal with me, hit up Shamika Sun with a C and Shamika@gmail.com. It's your boy Justice. I did not use this deck at all, but I'm probably going to get on some personals really quick. I have a partnership with Otter Spirit in Rose Forever, New York. If you're interested in 20% off of any of those things. Besides that, and I got an Amazon one that I'm going to fill in the description. I talked about in the first upload that I'm going to upload first. But either way, it's your boy Justice. I'm sending my love and ashe. Peace out, y'all.